After the quinine S testing lab was discovered during World War I, local scientists listened to the audio files left there by a currently faceless Dr. Howard Brown. After going through all of the files, the scientists discovered that the monster that was responsible for all the deaths in the lab, known only as Subject C, had escaped from the lab soon after the doctor had been killed. Wanting to capture this monster, as there was a great chance it was still alive, a group of paranormal investigators, British soldiers, and field scientists went on an expedition to find the beast. On all people taking part in the expedition, a dagger, pistol, canteen of water, and 10 meters of rope were loaded into their backpack. One of the field scientists, Daniel Granda, kept a journal of the events along the trip. These are his writings. If you find this journal, chances are the expedition to find Subject C was a success, and this journal may very well be in a museum. But I'm getting ahead of myself. My name is Daniel Granda, and I'm a field scientist, among those chosen to take part in the expedition to find Subject C. The beast had escaped from a medical testing lab many years ago. One of the paranormal investigators, Dr. Yurik Siglov, has tracked its movements down to one singular location, the Tibrodden wood pine forest in Ireland. As I write this, we are taking military planes to the forest. We plan to split into 2 groups, each with 3 field scientists, 2 paranormal investigators, and 5 soldiers. I'm in Team Beta with Dr. Siglov. Our group will scour the southern end of the forest to find Subject C, while Team Alpha scours the north end. October 13th, 1917. Yesterday's expedition went consideringly well, although it has led us almost nowhere. In our entire 6-hour search, we did not catch a single glimpse of the beast. However, the day was not a complete loss. One of the trees in the forest had 4 large scratches on it, each secreting some black matter. Could it be sludge? Or some form of cytoplasma? We didn't dare touch it, but Dr. Siglov collected a sample in a bottle for future study. We haven't yet heard from Team Alpha. I assumed they haven't found anything either. October 15th. We have once again found these scratch marks on even more trees than yesterday, which would have overjoyed us. The reason it didn't is because one of the soldiers went missing in the short hours of the morning. We devoted yesterday's search to finding Subject C, and today's to finding the soldier. A gunnery sergeant, Jonathan Hitchcock. We were not pleased with what we found. At about 5:30 p.m., we found a man-made clearing in the forest. The trees looked as if they had been freshly cut down, and they had the same substance as on the scratch trees. Most unsettling, we found the gunnery sergeant's corpse cut into 5 even pieces, with clothing and skin removed. This is eerily similar to what we had found happen to the soldiers in the lab. Upon closer examination of the body, we found the pistol completely unloaded and the barrel warm. His dagger was also out, so it appears he put up a fight. Oddest of all, his canteen was filled with a black substance, similar to that of blood, the same thing we found on the trees. This is no doubt the work of Subject C. October 16th. We lost 2 of them this time. One soldier, whose name eludes me at the moment, and a paranormal investigator, Dr. Nathan Radley. His father was one of the soldiers who had supervised the quinine S testing project many years ago. We didn't inform him that it wasn't the beast that killed his father, only a bullet. This time, we found another clearing made by Subject C, this time with 2 corpses. The soldier's was almost untouched. His throat and wrist were slit by Nathan's dagger. It appears that soon after, the beast attacked Nathan, as only his bloody dagger was taken out. His backpack was stolen, and his clothing and skin was removed, unlike the soldier's corpse. Once again, the canteen was filled with beast blood, as I have come to naming the black cytoplasmic substance. October 17th. There are only 4 of us left. The remaining soldiers were taken this time. We found another clearing made by the beast, and 2 corpses in the same state as the soldier of yesterday. The third was in the usual condition, sliced into 5 pieces, clothing and skin removed, and canteen filled with beast blood. My guess was that one of the soldiers was made to kill another, and the 2 remaining were made to fight to the death. It's a wild guess, but Dr. Siglov thinks I'm spot on. October 18th. I was right. I was taken by Subject C today, along with the rest of Team Beta. Upon waking, I was told by a stony voice to kill the doctor, that Yurik must die first, and that he has something of the beast's. I complied, not wanting any trouble from the thing. Dr. Brown was absolutely right in his proportions. He was 3 meters tall and had 4 large claws. The dark aura note wasn't exaggerated either. I stabbed Dr. Siglov in the temple. I assumed this would mean a quick death. I was correct. I don't even think he woke up. I was ordered to shoot the other 2 next. Both of them in the stomach first, and then in the foot. This woke them both up, but strangely, only after I'd fired the last bullet. Subject C then told them to fight to the death, and it forced me to watch. I listened, fearing death as my alternative. The battle was fairly quick. They just pulled out their guns and shot each other. It appears the beast was amused, as he let me go. October 19th. I will never see them again. My family or my friends. I'm stuck here. I traced our steps back to the landing zone, and what did I find? Nothing. The planes were gone. And now I'm hearing noises, and a familiar stony voice, saying that these are my final moments.
He was right. I don't prefer the name, but I am Subject C. At least according to these fools' notes. That line above was his pencil trailing across the paper. You know, it's difficult to write when being cut into pieces. If you read this, you've been marked. Prepare.
Years after this journal was written, a hiking couple found a small book partially buried in the ground, with a messy "Do not open" scrawled across the front. The couple obviously did not listen, and neither did the police officer that the book was given to. 3 days after the book was opened, all 3 who had come in contact with it were found dead, with bodies cut into 5 pieces, clothing and skin removed.